Well, good morning, my 18-week-old Welsummer chicks. How are we doing? I believe the wattleless woman is developing some wattles. I'm going to try and get a good view there. That's the bulbous wattle woman. And I believe the wattleless woman's over here. I'll try and get a good shot of her. That's very exciting. So we've had 3 eggs so far this weekend. It is a rather wet August morning, but it's only like 72 degrees, so it's very nice, not very humid. I mean, I guess it has to be somewhat humid if it rained, but it's not muggy right now. But anyway, there's my little wattleless woman. She has a few little wattles. Look at those wattles. Yeah. Hi, my bulbous wattle woman. So, this weekend, one of the girls ended up making a little nest underneath that little plastic shelf. That she dug a little hole in the dirt and she laid an egg there, which is very exciting. So maybe she felt fairly secluded there. What do you think, my little bulbous wattle woman? And it's interesting, the floppy wattle woman, she does the egg song, but the bulbous wattle woman, after she laid an egg, she just kind of stood up and looked under her legs and was like, look at that. So that's interesting. I'm pretty sure it's just been the floppy wattle woman who has laid 2 eggs and the bulbous wattle woman laid 1, but I wasn't watching the whole time, so I don't really know. Hi, girls. I know. Well, on my agenda is I need to expand my blueberry patch because these girls, as you can see, I don't know, but this blueberry patch used to be covered in kind of weeds like over there, and they've done a good job at weeding for me, with the exception of the areas that are covered, of course. There's my blueberry bushes, but I really need to come up with a system so that we can develop or have some fresh greens growing often, so these ladies can have fun and chow down. What do you think? So I did put a little tomato in here. They like to chomp on tomatoes, but they might be getting bored of tomatoes. I also did a little bit of weeding and threw some weeds in here. How you doing? But we shall see. Oh boy, what are you doing? Why are you? The bulbous wattle woman strikes again. She is so nasty sometimes. What's up with you? You silly girl. She wants the food all to herself. Or maybe I'll just sprinkle some mealworms in a different direction, and then you can't have both, can you? Yeah. Are you selfish? Are you thinking about laying an egg? You're getting kind of frantic looking. Maybe you are. It seems to be like the look they get when they're about to lay an egg. They kind of get like crazy like that. Look at her. She's like, I need to get out of here. I need to go find a safe place to lay an egg. Why don't you go where your sister went? Yeah. We shall see, but I think I have it pretty secured now, thankfully. I had to put heavy things on the very bottom where I have the bump out. You see that lovely shelf that's turned over. It looks very lovely. That's temporary, and I took some pots and also put them on the netting. Are you going crazy? Do you have to lay an egg? Do you have to lay an egg? Because we have this, this is a frame that I got. It's like a chicken run, it's called, but I got it from my blueberry bushes, but now it really is kind of a chicken run. But I made some bump out, so to speak, on the side by taking some chicken wire and coming down diagonally, but they were getting out underneath there. Excuse me. So my plans are to make like a garden archway over on either side of my blueberry patch, so I can grow more squash next year. Like, see how this butternut squash kind of climbed up. So hopefully I can do something similar so they can have 2 more areas to forage without worrying about aerial predators. But this is the other end of the bump out here. It's very classy, let me tell you. This was not what I envisioned. I had dreams of having, very cute and classy little chicken quarters. Well, let me tell you, life happens and this is what we get. So anyway, hopefully we lay an egg. So we'll see what happens when I get home from work. Bye, ladies.